Sis, let me tell you the moment I finally felt like I was living again. 15 days into our move to Puerto Vallarta, I decided I wanted to go to the Galleria, the local mall, by myself. And now, every black woman watching this knows exactly what I mean when I talk about the mental checklist of leaving the house back in the States. Oh my gosh, the fear of a car accident, fear of a mugging, the hypervigilance at the ATM. Even just running into the grocery store requires a full mental check. Back in Houston, Tristan and I were always checking to make sure one of us had our firearm on us every single time we left the house. Even just to go get groceries, every single time. Oh my gosh. But that day here in PV at the Galleria, 15 days in, I walked through the mall by myself without the fear of something tragic happening. And as I watched children playing in the courtyard right in the middle of the mall, I literally felt my shoulders come down. I didn't know at the time that I was carrying a heavy armor until I realized I didn't have to wear it anymore. So today, we're talking about what it's actually like living here as a black woman in Mexico from someone who's doing it. Okay, quick side note. First time meeting me, friend? I'm Cece, PHR certified, 10 plus years as a Fortune 500 corporate recruiter. I was the gatekeeper, but now I work for you by helping you secure a remote job so you can move abroad. Tristan, my husband, and I are full-time Puerto Vallarta residents, and Melanated in Mexico is our channel. The remote insider is the vehicle. Mexico is the destination. This is the real on relocating abroad, and the whole reason we do this is to remind you that we are going to be okay because we have options. Now let's get into it, sis. 5 chapters today, built around the exact questions women in our demographic keep asking. 1, are we accepted or will I be treated like an outsider? 2, what will my social life and community actually look like? 3, can I protect my peace, my health, and my nest egg? 4, will I have to code switch? And 5, the chapter about the social life I truly did not see coming. Sis, stay all the way through chapter 5. That one is gonna land different. Okay, real quick. Last Thursday, Tristan and I went over our transportation receipts. Why most black expats we know don't bring their US cars. If you missed it, links at the bottom. And today is the receipts you cannot put a dollar sign on. It's the lived experience, the safety, the community. Different scale, same chain. Chapter 1, are we accepted here? Welcomed? Will I be harassed, stared at, or treated like an outsider? Now, let me be clear so there is no confusion, okay? Mexico is not a utopia, and racism didn't just stay on the other side of the border. Anti-blackness and colorism are real here too, but it hits a little different. In the States, you're black first, and everything else is just a footnote. That carries a systemic tax that follows you into every single room. But when you land here in Mexico, you're what they consider an extranjera, a foreigner first. You're often seen as an American with economic power before anything else. Now look, it's not immunity, don't get it twisted, but it is a bit of a reprieve. It's the actual difference between walking through life as a target and walking through life as a guest. So the answer is a resounding yes. You are welcomed. You're not a threat here. You're an immigrant, or a blaxigrant, as we like to call it. The stares you might get are usually just curiosity, not hostility. So we don't have to constantly calculate whether an encounter is about our skin. But look here, be wise. Do your homework. Research the city you have in mind to make sure it's welcoming. Mexico is 31 different beautiful states. You just want to make sure you fit into the one that works for you. Now, if you want to know where you're least likely to feel like an outsider, there are 4 notable hubs where black women have already laid the groundwork. I pulled the receipts straight from the media. First city up, Puerto Vallarta. A recent feature in Travel Noir interviewed black female expats, and they noted the physical safety and peace of mind in PV are unmatched for black women seeking an exhale. I can definitely relate. PV is a very laid back, live and let live kind of city. I genuinely don't feel black here. And because this is a tourism city, there's a healthy visible police and military presence that reinforces this sense of safety. City number 2, Mérida. Essence magazine covered the boom in the Yucatan, saying Mérida offers a quiet, incredibly safe haven where black women are respected and warmly integrated into the local culture. I can personally say the friends that I have in Mérida, they all agree. Many black Americans choose Mérida for the high safety ratings and the strong black community already on the ground. Up next, Mexico City and Oaxaca. Quotes across Blavity and Forbes highlight the exact same thing: thriving, established Black communities where you do not feel like a target. Chapter 2. So I'm sure by now you're asking yourself, well, what is the Black community like there? Are there churches for us? What will my social life be like? Sis, this is the question that keeps women from getting on the plane. You think you're gonna be the only one here, don't you? Child, I found my tribe within the first week, before our boxes were even unpacked. The community is vibrant. Across those same 4 cities, PV, Merida, Mexico City, and Oaxaca, there are English-speaking non-denominational churches and expat congregations already waiting for you. Now let's look at the media receipts again. Expat Exchange recently interviewed Black women in Mexico City who said, I found my spiritual home and a massive social network within my first 2 months. The Black expat social calendar here is packed. Here in PV specifically, there are meetups all the time, child. Book clubs, walking clubs, line dancing on the weekends, Juneteenth gatherings, and game nights at Brooklyn Cafe, our community headquarters. The table is set, friend. You just have to show up. And look, what I've learned is this. Very simple. If you present yourself as friendly, you will make friends. But don't only look for friends who look like you. The locals want to get to know you too. Start with your neighbors, then branch out as you get comfortable. Look, I have so much I could say on this one, but here's what I'll end it on, sis. When the cartel incident happened here in February and it made the news here in PV, I was truly moved when my Melanated family and my Mexican local friends called to check in on us. And that's real community. Chapter 3. When you hit a certain age, your priorities shift from where's the best beach to can I afford my healthcare and protect my nest egg? Well, let's talk about it. Healthcare first. We have an international expat insurance plan through VUMI, not IMSS, not cash pay, a real major medical plan that covers private specialists at hospitals like San Javier here in Puerto Vallarta and follows us anywhere we travel. And every single OBGYN, every single mammogram tech I've seen in 12 months has been patient, attentive, on time, and English capable when I needed it. That mammogram I had last fall, friend, they saw me in 3 days. The tech walked me through every image. She did not rush. She answered every question with care and concern. Here in Mexico, I feel heard, seen, and respected when it comes to my health care. And every other Black expat woman I've talked to here reports the same thing. Now, what about that nest egg? When you stop pouring money into the heavy American expenses, child, premiums that look like a second mortgage, 2-car notes, gas, insurance, repairs, you finally stop grinding just to get by. You get to actually protect your peace and grow your savings. I want you to imagine closing out your year with an extra $6,254 in your account. And that's just from going car free, like Tristan and I broke down last week. Once you add the healthcare savings on top of that, the picture changes fast. That sounds pretty sweet, doesn't it? All right, chapter 4. This is a big one for a lot of us, especially if you're in corporate America. Code switching. The mental load of managing a room's comfort while you're still doing your actual job is pure exhaustion. And I'll be honest, I used to sit in my car in the parking lot at work for a few minutes every single morning just to prepare myself for the code switching. I was hiding in plain sight, friend, and I didn't even realize how hard I was working just to be palatable until I stopped having to do it. Sis, let me be real. This last year of just being me, it really hits different. I'm sleeping deeper. I'm more relaxed. I'm finally off that always on high alert. And my stress level, child, almost non-existent. I did not realize until now how much of myself I was just shrinking to fit into spaces that were never really built for me. Chapter 5, sis. This is the chapter I did not see coming. When we moved, I wasn't sure how long it would take to start making real connections. But sis, the connections came really fast, faster than I ever imagined. I remember meeting my favorite PB sister. She's from Houston too. She and her husband have been here going on 5 years now in Puerto Vallarta. And believe it or not, we met in front of the elevators at our apartment building. And the very next day, she invited me to brunch. Since that day, we have been thick as thieves. Game nights at the house, swapping recipes and making gumbo together, coloring, beach days. Child, just out here living our best life. Oh, and did I mention she's in her 70s? 70s. PV is full of young at heart seniors who are enjoying their life, and I love that for them. And I met a really sweet local woman one morning over breakfast. We hit it right off there at the table. We still catch up over margaritas and garlic butter snapper, honey. And I've connected deeply with other Black women, some my age, some older, all of them doing this longer than I have. That is what I did not see coming. I didn't just find acquaintances, I found a village. The United States never asked Black women to be a whole person. It asked us to be strong. But there's a difference, friend. And I did not know there was a difference until I lived 12 months without having to be just strong all the time. Here, I'm just Cece. And friend, that brings me right back to that mall. That day at the Galleria, when my shoulders finally dropped, I wasn't looking over my shoulder. I wasn't checking for my firearm. I was just a woman in a mall, living and enjoying her life. Friend, if you're a Black woman watching this and any one of those 5 chapters landed on you, I want you to comment the word safe below. I'll send you the Black Women's PV Guide, the safe neighborhood walkthrough, and how to choose the city that best aligns with your lifestyle. And friend, if you are past the planning stage and need some guidance on your specific move, the Move to Mexico Planning Call is your next step. The link's in the description. All right, next Thursday on The Real on Relocating Abroad, we'll be talking about, can Black men actually be happy in Mexico? Tristan has taken the mic for his side on this exact same conversation. The barbershop, the brotherhood, the math he had to make peace with. 2 consecutive Thursdays, 1 per side. Subscribe if you want next Thursday's episode automatically in your feeds. Sis, it's time for you to reside where you can thrive. Follow peace, follow your freedom.